Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. So before we dive into the Solana video, we start with a little bit of context and we start where we were yesterday and then we go and do a deep dive into the Solana chart. And this means we need to be careful because this is generally a bearish pattern. So of course it can break out to the upside, but it is looking very corrective in light of what we did here. We came down very impulsively. We're now correcting that move down and the next step could be another move down. Now, and this is an ascending broadening wedge, which you can consider a bearish pattern. So we were at $103 and we're currently just below $101. We did potentially break it to the downside or break that pattern to the downside. And we're going to do a little bit more of a detailed look into that in a minute. But what I already mentioned yesterday in the video is that we came down quite impulsively. This here was a potential breakout pattern. What we did here, we made a higher low, as you can see here. This looked all very nice. You could even count that as a potential beginning of a breakout. So we had our wave 1 here, wave 2 here, possibly the wave 3 here. This would have to be the wave 4, but that came down a little bit too low now, and then this would be the wave 5. Technically still possible, very unlikely. The problem is really that, as I said, this wave 4 came down very, very impulsively, very, very strongly. Therefore, it is a chance to move higher, but the likelihood is just low. Okay, the likelihood is low, and even then, short-term upside is always possible. As I said, above $105, we had a chance to move to 122. But the bulls did not use that opportunity. It was a fake out above the $105 level. And now I think when we want to break to the upside, yes, the $105 level is still important, but even more relevant is now here the $110 level or even 111, that previous high where we now got rejected in this bearish pattern, that ascending trend line. And as already said in the video, we seem to have broken it to the downside. It's not 100% clear. But if we take a look here on the 4-hour chart, you can see that we had various touch points. So the trend line is actually well defined. So we had one touch point here, another one here, another one here. This was a fake out. And then we had various touch points here. And it looks like with that engulfing red candle yesterday, we broke out on the 4-hour. We came back in, we broke out again, we broke out again or further. And we now seem to be getting in again. So it is just not decided yet, I think. I think we are just fighting around that support level here. The bulls and the bears are fighting, no decision made yet. But of course, the more often you test or you're going through such a level, the more likely it is actually that it is going to be broken. And with breaking, I mean not only going through here for a moment, but the price needs to establish itself below that level, which means we need to ideally have a closed candle of the 4-hour chart below it, as we had here, but then also a retest, a successful retest, and then another bearish candle, for example, a signal that we are starting to go down. Now that could be a bearish engulfing candle. What we had here, when we broke out to the downside, we saw actually here again a bullish engulfing candle compared to the previous one. So there is a lot of indecision, but if I look at it here short term and just have a look at what is happening here, again, you could see that as just a small bearish flag, for example, like that. Then you've got your flag or even a bearish pennant like that, okay? So this is where we currently are. So in my opinion, it is not looking bullish at the moment. If the price can stay within this pattern, then of course, higher price is possible. But again, it would need to break through that resistance level here again between $105 and $106. And then also break out to the upside of that pattern. Until then, my view is and has to be similar to Cardano. Just made a Cardano video that we are coming down further until the downtrend is broken, which would, in my opinion, only be broken above $110, $111, because this is the last swing high. Only then we can talk about rising prices to $122 again, and that is a short term, highly relevant resistance level. It is structurally so important. Whenever we get above it, and then we need to retest it, and we didn't do that last time here on the 4-hour. You can see we actually didn't retest it. We actually broke below it and retested it from below and then drop down again. It is a very important level. It is that wave 4 high here from the 9th of February. That is a first very important step also to go higher. So there's a lot of resistance along the way, and we're currently just not yet in an impulsive move to the upside. Yeah, we're currently consolidating, in my opinion, here before we head further down. But one reason why I think Solana is holding this so well is that exactly here where my green target area begins, here, yeah. And again, this is the area we defined when we came down here back in November, where the price has a good chance to turn around. And you can see how well the price has reacted to that target area, but the price is just hovering above that target area now. And the $100 level is, of course, not only a psychological level, so it's holding it very well, but also the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level. So that is another reason why that level is holding so well, because it's just not easily breaking below these very important levels. And on top of that, of course, we had a lot of previous support around that area as well. So yeah, that is how it's looking here at the moment. And yeah, currently just consolidating. And in my opinion, if the price is now establishing below $100, then you're going to see further downside. But the fight is still going on. No clear decision has been made yet. And until a clear decision is made, as a trader, you should probably wait. Yeah, but again, that is your decision. I'm not telling you to do anything or not. I can only tell you how I personally see the market. So let's take a look here on the 4-hour chart at the EMA ribbon. Again, here we had a short signal that worked out here on the 21st of April. That is the 4-hour chart. Currently, we are below the EMA ribbon. So again, we would need to get above that in a first instance, and we would break it above $104 US. What about the 8-hour chart? Also here we are below the EMA ribbon. We don't have a short signal yet because the EMAs, they haven't crossed yet. Well, we had a short signal already on the 12th of April. Yeah. And on the daily, okay, we are also now below the EMA ribbon, and we had the short signal just yesterday on the EMA ribbon. The reason for that is that they did start to cross. So whenever these different EMAs, the exponential moving averages, start to cross either way, or if they crossed, you know, and then they crossed bearish, in this case, that gave us a short signal. Now, this is not an indicator that tells you have to sell now or you have to go short. It is just one of many indicators that shows you in which direction the momentum might be going. Yeah, it increases the likelihood further to actually continue to move down from here. So yeah, and that is really my view on Solana at the moment. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.